Everything you see around you, the mountains, the oceans, the stars, and even the hand holding your phone, was once crushed into a single point smaller than an atom. The entire universe didn't just appear, it unfolded. The biggest lie you've been told about the Big Bang is that it was an explosion. It wasn't. An explosion pushes debris into space. The Big Bang was an explosion of space itself. Today, we're rewinding the clock 13.8 billion years to watch the moment time began. How do you get something from nothing? This is the question that has haunted humanity for thousands of years. For a long time, we thought the universe was static, that it had always been here, frozen in time. But in the 1920s, astronomer Edwin Hubble noticed something terrifying. The galaxies aren't sitting still, they are rushing away from us. The universe is growing. And if you hit the rewind button on a growing universe, eventually everything leads back to a single starting line. Welcome to Space Facts. This is the story of our origin. Let's go back to time zero. At this moment, there is no Earth, there is no sun, there is no outside to look in from. There is only the singularity. Imagine all the matter, energy, and even the laws of physics themselves squeezed into a point of infinite density and infinite heat. Scientists call this the Planck Epoch. It is a mathematical paradox where gravity is so strong that space and time are twisted into a knot. It isn't sitting in a black void, it is the universe. Space and time do not exist outside of this point. It is a seed waiting to sprout, holding the potential for every galaxy that will ever exist compressed into a space smaller than a proton. Then the trigger is pulled. In a fraction of a second, specifically a trillionth of a trillionth of a trillionth of a second, space expands. This is called cosmic inflation. Something known as the Inflaton field dumps its energy into the vacuum, causing the universe to go from the size of a subatomic particle to the size of a grapefruit almost instantly. This is the most violent growth spurt in history. Crucially, it expands faster than the speed of light. Now you might say, wait, nothing travels faster than light. You are right. Matter can't travel through space faster than light, but space itself can expand as fast as it wants. It carries the energy with it, stretching the fabric of reality flat and setting the stage for everything to come. For the first few minutes, the universe is a hot, chaotic soup known as the quark-gluon plasma. It is millions of degrees hot. It is too hot for atoms to form. It is just a sea of fundamental particles smashing into each other. As the universe expands and cools, the four fundamental forces of nature, gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces split apart and take their final forms. But there was a war happening here. As energy cooled into matter, it created equal parts matter and antimatter. When these two meet, they destroy each other instantly. By all logic, the universe should have ended right here, matter and antimatter canceling each other out, leaving nothing but light. But for some reason, for every billion particles of antimatter, there were 1,000,000,001 particles of matter. That tiny fraction of survivors, that one left over, is what makes up every star and galaxy we see today. This chaotic battle lasted for 380,000 years. That is how long it took for the universe to cool down to about 3,000 degrees Kelvin, cool enough for electrons to settle down and orbit protons. This moment is called recombination. Before this moment, the universe was an opaque, glowing orange fog. Light was trapped, bouncing off free-floating electrons like a pinball machine. But the moment the atoms bonded, the fog cleared. The electrons were captured, opening up clear lanes for travel. In an instant, the universe became transparent, and a brilliant flash of light broke free. We can still see this light today. It is called the cosmic microwave background, or CMB. This is the surface of last scattering, the oldest image we can ever take. Over billions of years, cosmic expansion has stretched this light from visible orange into invisible microwaves, but it is still there, filling every inch of the sky. After the flash, the universe went dark again. There were atoms, but there were no stars, just massive clouds of hydrogen gas floating in the absolute dark. This went on for millions of years. This era is known as the Cosmic Dark Ages. But something invisible was working in the background: dark matter. Dark matter acted as a gravitational scaffolding, pulling the hydrogen gas into dense pockets. The pressure built up, the heat rose, and then, about 400 million years after the bang, the first spark ignited. These were the population 3 stars, massive giants made of pure hydrogen and helium. They lived fast and died young, exploding in massive supernovas. These explosions were the cosmic factories that forged the heavy elements: carbon, oxygen, and iron. They seeded the universe with the dust that would eventually form planets, oceans, and life. The Big Bang wasn't a one-time event. We are still living in it. The expansion that started 13.8 billion years ago is still happening right now. In fact, it's speeding up. We are debris from that initial expansion, cooling down and waking up to ask, where did we come from? We are quite literally the universe experiencing itself. If this trip through time blew your mind, hit that like button. Subscribe to Space Facts as we continue to explore this expanding cosmos.